Starting. All right, welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm David.
I'm Gary, and it's been a minute or two, hasn't it?
Gary, we've opted to give Gary a few days off here. You think about it. We've been going balls to the walls with this channel for a year and a half.
Yeah,
longer.
Yeah,
it's been about a year and a half. Yeah, because I think we got monetized near the end of May or something like that of 2024. But and when I say we've been going balls to the wall, Gary's been going balls to the wall.
You've been doing a lot too. I mean, and we both, I've mentioned it in some of my solo videos. Is that you've got your own channel, you've got the Twin channel. We do a live stream with Marina every other week, coming up Tuesday as Taco Tuesday.
About every other month recently, Hogarth has invited me onto his. I do a monthly one with Shauna. At least the last couple of months we've had. We got another one scheduled for the first week in January.
You and I do a monthly. And we're due for one. I mean, and Dave's got a full-time job and a full-time life. Go figure. He's really tapped out. So for me, I don't mind doing a solo now and again. Although, frankly, I wouldn't even be doing this if I wasn't dragged kicking and screaming into it by...
Initially, yeah. Oh, and just to throw it out there, I mean, I used to have my channel, and then I did a video for the international channel, and then I was doing this on top of it. Yeah. In my original channel, I was doing 2 videos a day.
Yep.
And then one for the international. I was doing 3 videos a day. And I kept that up for the better part of a year.
Yeah.
And then when we started with this one, the international channel started getting neglected, so I shut that one down. But I was still doing 2 to 3 videos a year, and then I backed off my channel to a video a day, and then this one, which we were doing like a video a day. And now I asked Gary, he's like, you know what, man, I've got to take a break. Can we do let's do 3 videos a week for the Twin channel? Now, whether or not Gary wants to fill in the other days of the week, that's completely on him. But that's my commitment with this channel, is to do 3 days a week and see where it goes from there.
Yeah. So I had kind of set a personal goal to have content up every day. Do 365 posts a year. And there was a couple times where, either the channel went dark or I had like reruns. But then right around just before Christmas, on Christmas Eve, our internet went down, and it was down for almost 3 days. So I could have been recording like a mother, but I didn't have any way to post anything. So it's just like, okay, well, I'm just, the gods have spoken. It's time for you to take a break. The kids are in town, so I spent time with them. I ended up recording a video today, which I was scheduling it for coming up Monday, but maybe we'll schedule it for Tuesday. The reading itself, it's about J.D. Vance's, what's it look like for him, the energy around him being the Republican nominee, kind of the front runner for the Republican Party in 2028. But the cards I got on JD, Trump, and Usha are really, really interesting.
So if you want to see that video, it's going to be posted up soon. But this one's probably going up first, is my guess.
Yeah, this one will go up first, and then that one will come up on Tuesday. But yeah, the cards were really, really clear. It's like, wow. Every once in a while, it's just like, it's not difficult to interpret what's going on, and these were pretty clear. So,
all right.
So we're going to talk about Dave's favorite Hague person is Jack Smith.
Oh God, yes.
So I was telling Dave before the channel went dark, it's like, I want, the next video I would do is on Jack Smith. He had just done his testimony in front of Congress. And they made it closed door testimony. What do you got there? Oh,
they salons.
And Jack Smith's like, hey man, I want this thing public. I don't want this closed door. And Jim Jordan's all, you know, those. I think that was a quote too.
That sounds like a quote that what
Yeah,
Jim
it
Jordan
was
would
pretty
give.
much a quote from Jim Jordan. And then Dave and I started talking about Donald's Christmas Day post and day after Christmas post. But I would love to know what's going on with Jack Smith's testimony and if it's going to be made public, because Trump just wants to release all the names of the Democrats and let's be done with this. Let's just go out and embarrass the Democrats. That was kind of the distilled down version of his Truth Social post, I'm assuming.
Yeah, those darn Democrats.
Yeah, notice they haven't released anything yet.
I did seem to recall reading some quotes from Democrats on that were in that meeting and said, yeah, it was very wise of the Republicans to keep this behind closed doors because this is not the type of thing they want released to the public. So
the Jack Smith testimony?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not that anybody who watches this channel is surprised by this.
A big you could have knocked me over with all the surprise, right? Okay, so
exactly.
Okay, so energy around the Jack Smith testimony. What do we need to know about this testimony, or will we see it? Right. So what was kind of the energy of the testimony? Okay, you got the Ten of Pentacles. He brought the information. It's touching on all generations of people and what the people's legacies are kind of being exposed here.
You think he brought the receipts?
Yeah, exactly. The challenges, the big happy family in the party that the Republicans are having. You know, oh, everything's great, everything's ducky. And, you know, but the public wants the Epstein files. The Republicans don't want to release it. And as Dave said, some of the quotes from the people that listen to the testimony is, there's damn good reason why they don't want this public. You know, so this could also be, we need to share all this information, but, oh, our children, who will protect them? The energy underneath it is the Eight of Wands. This is communication that needs to come out.
And Gary gets 5 points from Spirit for correctly identifying.
That's correct.
Now he's put Spirit on to vibrate.
Yes, it was a text from Mom telling me to turn the heater on downstairs in our bedroom.
Yeah, our house, our childhood home, the downstairs bedroom that Gary and I grew up in, it's partially underground. It's about half of it's underground, so it can get a bit dank in the dungeon. So adding a little heat keeps the mildew at bay.
That's exactly what she was saying too. Now it was a house and everything. It's not like we lived out, you know, in a ditch.
Yeah, they didn't dig a hole in the background for us to live in, but they might have.
There was times that they thought that might be a good alternative for us. In the past, oh, I love this card, Six of Pentacles. They have all this information and they're just giving out dribs and drabs because they don't want the justice to be meted out. We're just going to give you the little pebbles, and hopefully you're not looking for that treasure trove of information. Current energy is the Hermit. You know, finding that path forward. How do you get this information out there? This is kind of a big picture card. You know, shining the light on the path of truth. Overarching energy, Two Wands. Okay, there's actions you can take. Looking forward, do you want to go the high road or the low road? It's, you know, what's your end goal? What do you want for the future? Do you want to protect children, or do you want to protect your buddies' jobs, if you will, people's reputations and their jobs?
Is you the Republicans?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
To me, yeah, because the Republicans kind of control that.
Exactly.
What board is it, or commission?
I think it's House Oversight or something like that.
Okay. And then lesson to be learned is the Page of Pentacles. The information is going to come out. You know, people hold this information in high regard, and they want to know what's been going on here. We need to know what is needed to be known. Outcome is the Nine of Wands. There's going to be more battles on this. They're tired of the actions and they're tired of what's been going on. But if you would simply release the information and shine a light on those that have caused harm, don't give out dribs and drabs. Give it all out.
It's the House Judiciary Committee. Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, release the information.
It looks like, I think with that the hermit card, it looks like they're trying to hide it. It's secret. They had the meeting in the cave. It wasn't put out there for everybody to see. The hermit pulled it into the cave to control it. I want to know from Spirit, will the citizenry, MAGA, and non-MAGA for that matter, will the calls to release that information put the pressure on the House Judiciary to release Jack Smith's testimony? Because ultimately, if we, the public, do not put pressure on our congressmen, this stuff will get buried. Period. End of story. It will get buried. So you have to put pressure on them and basically say, we do not accept you burying this. We want this out there, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, whether your House member is Democrat or Republican. And, think about it. For our poor blue dots in a red ocean, your voice matters more than our voices. We don't have to push too hard to get Jackie. I don't know who's our representative. It's not Jackie Spear anymore, is it? Or Nancy Pelosi. We don't have to push too hard to get those names released over here. But if you're in AOC, well, she resigned. But if you're in Dan Crenshaw's district, or you're in a district for Mike Johnson or something like that, your voice demanding that this stuff be released is louder. Yeah. Because they know they live in a red district and they know the voices are going to be from red voters. So they don't know that you're blue unless they look up your name. So that's where you get a burner account.
Our mom can show you how to set one up.
Yeah, no kidding. So will the collective push and be loud enough to force the release of this information from Jack Smith? Let's see what this is going to be, a four-carder type of question. 2 coins. It's kind of like and again, you have to cause the turmoil. They'll try, they'll juggle it. They'll try and say how they can't do things. You've got to make life uncomfortable for them so that they start dropping the balls. If you fluster them, they'll drop the balls. Okay, so what do we have? Foundation of the reading is the Two of Pentacles. Underneath is the King of Cups. Central to me is the Eight of Wands. And on either side is the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Making life uncomfortable through, and especially through social media, calling, emailing, stuff like that, but being active and projecting your emotions out there. So that, remember that a lot of Republicans, especially the younger ones, they're all about social media. So you have to make a big social media presence of it. If you have a Twitter account, you tweet out, release the Epstein files. If you've got Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, keep pushing that narrative. It's basically, we want to see the evidence. Now, they could try and release the evidence in dribs and drabs, but stuff's going to get through. That's going to be implicating. That we want to hear what this guy has to say. You will win. You push hard enough, you will win. You're going to force the Congress and the members of this committee to release that information. part of it is, they're going to do whatever they can to protect Trump, but it's not just Trump that's in there. It's a lot of other powerful, connected people. So you have to have a wide range, a big swath of support to force that messaging through. Evangelicals, America First, MAGA, corporate Dems, progressives, young people, old people, men, women, the whole spectrum, where they literally don't know where. There's no safe harbor for them to go to. You know what I mean? It's like they don't have a group of people that they can say, oh, I'm going to go to the America First people because I know they'll support me if I don't do this. No, they won't. MAGA won't. The Dems won't. Who are you going to go to? There's no safe place to hide. Yeah, I think that's what that Two of Pentacles is saying. Keep the pressure.
Yep. Okay, so what's the outcome of all this? What is the aftermath of the Epstein information? Okay, and I got this card earlier. When I was shuffling the deck and you were starting to ask your questions, there was one card that kind of popped at me, and I pulled a Libby and I just kind of took a little peek. If you go back in the video, you'll see me take a little peek. And that was the actual card, which was the Empress. This is about protecting our kids. This is about, foundationally, this is about benefiting everyone in the United States. It's, we have a very wealthy country where we have an abundance of riches, but you've got to protect the kids here. The Empress is protecting the children. The challenge is getting that Ace of Wands. So that was the card David flashed earlier.
That was one that flew out of my deck and onto the floor.
Yeah, which is the challenge is going to be taking that action, getting the stick out and making it happen. But to me, it's I guess, since we're looking at what the outcome is, we understand who it's benefiting. The challenge is getting that initial action to take place. Energy underneath it is the Page of Cups. Ignoring the craziness, the creative excuses why we can't do it. In the past, you got the Tower. So this is bringing down structures that were not built on solid foundations. So it kind of makes you wonder if there needs to be some sort of a political upheaval in order for this information to come out.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. This is just one of those things that unites folks on the left and on the right. It's, entering, it's kind of the big push into the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
And they've talked about, going all the way back to Linda G and Dr. Lena. We're going back to 2016 with this. And everybody who watches this, who's been watching these tarot readers for a while, has heard somebody at one point or another say, it's going to be women that bring Trump down. And we always thought it was going to be a specific woman. And, we hoped it was Judge Chutkin. We hoped it was going to be, now I'm forgetting the gal's name down in Georgia. I'll get it eventually here. Regardless, I'm not talking about Letitia James or anybody like that. I mean, the gal that was running for the Senate or the governor there.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What's that, Shell? Stacey Abrams. Thank you. So you don't have to write it all in the comments.
Too late.
But it's not any specific person. It's the female collective, and it's going to be the trafficking of the women. Not women, trafficking of girls, of children, mostly girls.
Yes.
Now, there's going to be boys in there too. And then there's also going to be young women who are also trafficked. But there's also the whole human trafficking aspect of this. Carry on, Gary.
Okay. So there's in the past, there was some sort of upheaval or breaking down of the institutions that finally allowed this information to come forth. Yeah. Current energy is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, basically coming to emotional terms with what happened. And this is kind of a peace offering. In some ways, I almost expect the Four of Wands to show up because it's both sides having to come together and recognizing that, you know what, we need to mend fences.
It's we finally found bedrock under the bar,
Yeah, exactly. It took a while, right? Overarching energy is the Two of Swords. We have choices now.
Mm-hmm.
When this information comes out, what we're going to do with this? Are we going to continue to sign in with the crazy? Are we going to forgive and try and mend fences and move forth? The lesson to be learned is the Seven of Swords. They stole the innocence of youth from these kids.
They stole their freedom.
Yeah, exactly. Just while we were not paying attention and they were taking everything. This a lot of kids lost their futures on this. The outcome is the Ace of Cups. So we got two beginnings. Ace of Cups about an upwelling of emotions, strong emotions, new emotions being felt. It's going to be, in my mind, it's just a situation where the truth comes out and the people realize it's not who they were telling you it was. That this probably runs a lot deeper and covers people that we either have never heard of or were kind of back in the shadows. And it's going to be worldwide. It's not. I mean, It's already worldwide, right? Prince Andrew's all over that.
For the conspiracy theorists out there that talk about the cabal of global elites and stuff like that, white, brown, black, whatever skin tone, whatever ethnicity, there are going to be wealthy people in all countries through this world that are part of this. It's a worldwide trafficking, human trafficking. Sex trafficking is just one subset of the whole human trafficking. And while I'm not a human trafficker, nor do I know much about it, it must be lucrative, because if it wasn't, they wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, it's meeting a need, right? There's a need. And I think a lot of it with the sex trafficking, it's all about power. It's having absolute power over somebody else. And
that's some people's motivations, but yeah, absolutely. But I mean, in the end of the day, there's going to be power, wealth, and control.
Yeah,
influence. Those are probably the three components to make this cake.
Yeah. That's all I
Thank you everyone for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back. Hope you didn't miss us too much. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell. We probably lost millions of subscribers.
Well, I looked. It didn't look like you had a negative day in the last 4 days.
Well, okay, there you go. So the trick for us getting more subscribers is not post content, apparently.
They probably got done kicking. The algorithm got done kicking a bunch of people off.
Gosh.
Hey, by the way, I put my deck away, so if you're doing any shout-outs, you're also showing the cards,
that's
too.
Fine. Bonnie Eisenhower made a kind contribution to our channel. Thank you, Bonnie. Oh, the death card. Uh-oh. She might not make any more contributions since it took us several days, almost a week, to get back to her to thank her. I mean, hey, man, we got to be more timely with our thank you notes.
It's a great end to 2025.
Laka Maven sending love and blessings, and she's watching with her 2 Labradors, Bear and Alfie. Can't have cats because the husband is highly allergic. I was allergic to cats too, and I've got 3 of them because I'm a fool. So, Laka, maybe you get the fool card. Maybe it's time for a new beginning, but maybe a hairless cat.
I thought you were going to go the other direction with that one.
What's that?
Get rid of the husband.
No, I'm not going to do that. They have 2 Labradors. He must be a good husband if he lets you have Labradors.
I'd like to have 2 Labradors. That'd be fun.
Exactly. Twice as much fun as 1 Labrador. You got Alan Copenhagen, made a kind contribution to the channel because he is the king of cups, master of emotions.
See, the thing with having 2 Labradors is the game of tug of war never stops. And your floor never has any food particles on it, ever.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, you have to put a lock and key on the cabinet where you hide your garbage can.
Yeah. Yeah. They're basically a stomach with 4 legs to move it around, right?
Exactly.
And then, I want to give a shout out and a card to Barbara Sobel, not David's #1 fan, who she's got a cat, Sammy, who's not feeling well, and she wants a card for the cat.
I
Ace
see.
of Pentacles. It's okay. Everything is going to work out just
Better
fine.
health.
Exactly.
Or it's going to cost you a lot of money at the vet.
That could be too.
Or it's going to cost a lot of money at the vet, because both of those happen.
That was always a challenge with tarot. It can go anyway. So for those of you that accuse us of making stuff up, hey man, it's not my fault. Everything's so vague. You have to interpret it.
It's Gary's fault he pulled that card.
That's right. And then for the rest of us, we got the 8 of Pentacles. Got to get back to work.
The GoFundMe to help her with their cat vet bills.
That's right. All right, folks, have a great day, and we'll catch you soon.
I take care.